Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down 2. Work it down to Brown. From the painted area, won't go down. To Jackson. For 3. Can't connect. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
And he missed the free throw. Pass taken away by the Celtics.
It's early. Get a good quality shot here.
Rozier rocking the rim.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play so your team win the game. Not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Missed a wide open look. Count the basket at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Phoenix with it. Booker. Has a chance. Boston secures the rebound. The screen sets him up for 2.
The pro game has really come down to PNRs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Into the front court, it's Booker. 12-6 our score. DeAndre Ayton.
Your best player. I know he missed a shot earlier, but that doesn't mean that you can't run the same exact play and let him prove he's a player he thinks he is, and we all know he is.
To Marcus Morris. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Down. Booker with it. Now down 6. And a pass stolen by Boston. So important to take care of the basketball. Easy 2 on the other end after the turnover.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, head jab him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter. But still, keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
To Jackson. Short jumper off the mark.
And it's never a great thing when you're talking to yourself the entire next possession about the shot you just missed. Now you know you're in that player's head mentally.
And he finishes at the rim.
Scary Terry was born during the playoffs last year. He helped Boston achieve what many critics, including myself, thought was impossible.
A lot of contact, no foul.
There you go. I like seeing his scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Booker. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
I wasn't necessarily sure which way that PNR was going, but I guess neither was the defense. That makes 2 of us.
To Jaylen Brown. Boston with 4 to shoot. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Jaylen Brown at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Off the mark on his free throw. To Jackson. Down low Anderson. Rebound hauled in by the Celtics. To Marcus Morris. A lot of contact. No whistle. To Jackson. Shot from the lane won't go. Looking to take this all the way. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Another follows, still no good. Into the front court, it's Booker. Down a dozen. DeAndre Ayton. It's Boston with the rebound. To Marcus Morris. Nothing going here on that drive. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. To Booker. Lets it fly from long range. Very little's gone right in this first quarter, but with that three, you look at the scoreboard, they're back within 9.
And Ed, Rome was not built in one day. You can't rush the process. Just keep chipping away. Chip, chip, chip.
Josh Jackson to Booker. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Daniel's shot won't go.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. To Marcus Morris. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Phoenix. Substitutions, Phoenix. Stepping in for Boston, number 11, Kyrie Irving.
That's blocked by Anderson. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. Down the lane, but the shot won't fall. That's it for the first half with the Celtics in front.
Hey everyone, it's Jaylen Rose. And I've got your EA Sports halftime report. The Celtics didn't hold back in that opening half when it came to their offense. The way they play here today makes me think it's not going to stop in the upcoming half. I'm very impressed by their offense, and even better, their team chemistry. The Suns were unable to find an offensive flow in the opening half. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets to the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Bench points.
The Phoenix Suns are getting enough bench production in this contest. Their reserves need to step up and start making an impact in this game.
Player of the half. Who was cold?
Jackson hasn't had much luck getting into an offensive rhythm. Newsflash, you're not on fire. Pass the ball. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Yeah, baby, here we go. Substitutions, Boston. Substitutions, Phoenix.
Ball's controlled by Boston. To Jaylen Brown. Surveys the floor. Here comes the screen. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go. To Booker. It's the Celtics with the rebound. Rozier into the front court. Lead stands at 7. Rozier not getting the bounce. Booker to Jackson.
Ooh, someone's been working on their game in the offseason, but let's not get carried away.
Can't miss those. Nothing going here on that drive. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock.
Hey, man, pass the ball.
Rozier. And knocks it down. And one instead from 22 feet.
And it just seems like the defense has lethargic closeouts. You need to close out with more of a sense of urgency. Run them off the three-point line. Make them take a tough 2 rather than an easy 3.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Devin Booker trying to cash in on a 3-point play. A career 84% free throw shooter. Rozier with it. Up 6. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Off the iron. No good. Booker with it. He'll run the offense. From the painted area, won't go down.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
To Rozier. Boston with 4 to shoot. It's Phoenix ball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Devin Booker at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He struggled so far. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Up by 3. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. Knocked loose. Celtics have it. Nice pass to get things going.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make 2 bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
Marcus Morris, the rebound. Brown into the front court. Up 5. Knocked loose. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Suns. It'll stay Celtic basketball. To Jaylen Brown. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in the defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Boston with the basketball and counted at the rim.
And that transition offense was flawless when guys fan out and actually fill the lanes with a sense of urgency. You heard me correctly, a sense of urgency. You will get a great shot every possession.
To Booker. From long range. That's how you defend.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
To Marcus Morris. Oh, he had it. To Booker. Fires the 3. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Baseline drive. Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Into the front court, it's Booker. The margin standing now at 7. Celtics have it. To Rozier. Stuffs it down with authority.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
To Booker. Look out, Devin Booker. 4 out of 10.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Rozier into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this 3rd quarter. That's going to be out of bounds. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Knocked loose. Celtics come away with it. To Marcus Morris. Trying to cash in. Rozier's shot, no good.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Josh Jackson to Crawford. Beyond the arc for three. Off the mark. No good. Right time. Right player.
Can't teach height.
Layup goes down. Well done. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 3/4 down. The Celtics have the lead. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the 4th quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Off the assist.
And the defense keeps sticking to those flare screens. Just don't flare out to the 3-point line. Flare to the rim for a lob.
Rozier with it. His team up by 7. To Marcus Smart. Driving right to the basket. The jumper's off the mark. DeAndre Ayton. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Looking to make something happen. Has a chance with the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Suns with the basketball. To Crawford. It's denied by Horford.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Oh, they don't get it across in time. That's an 8-second violation. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor.
Number 20, Gordon Hayward. And number 7, Jaylen Brown.
Jamal Crawford. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Horford.
That's me. Got ball.
And look out.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Here comes the screen. Josh Jackson. Celtics have it. Has a look. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
It can only be one of 2 things here. 1, the defender ran out of gas, or 2, this dude is just unstoppable.
Here comes the screen. Crawford. For 3. Crawford, you can't leave him that wide open. Takes advantage with the jumper.
It's easy to get lost in the chaos of the game down the stretch, but great awareness by the shooter to get those toes right behind the 3-point line.
Hayward. Nothing going here on that drive. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
This is where I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
now ready with a couple of free throws.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First free throw is good.
For the Phoenix Suns, number 1.
Goes 2 for 2. Celtics have it.
Block up. Here you go.
Hayward to Horford. Baseline drive. Oh, had him going there for a second. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Booker.
Screen left.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
There's no better feeling after a game after you had 25-plus assists and you won the game, and everybody recognizes that it's time for their bank accounts to get rewarded.
Here comes the screen. Irving. Tatum. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Booker. That's out. Last touch by Al Horford. Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
For the Phoenix Suns, number 35, Dragan Bender.
The Suns with 4 to shoot. Nice pass to set things up.
That's what you like. That rip through right into the shot. That's smooth.
Have to respect all elements of his game. Irving. Here comes the screen. Gets a look. Can't hit. Gort Hayward. That's how it's done. With that shot, he's 5 for 8.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
The drive, right to the basket. Split the D there, but
and he can't keep it in off the block.
man, that was impressive.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Booker. Shot misses by Bender. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
That's how to...
Substitutions. Entering the game for the Phoenix Suns, number 20.
Booker. Knocks it down off the step back.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Shot blocked by Morris.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent. Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
To Jackson, and a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
To number 4. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Booker to Jackson. right down the middle for 2.
And Ed, I'm really eager to see how his game progresses here in year 2. The 4th overall pick in the year 2017, and he's all rookie defensive team, but his offensive game down the stretch was really on point. Averaged 19 points per game after the All-Star break.
Suns control the possession. To Booker. Driving right to the basket. Shot from the lane won't go. To Marcus Morris. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Jumper's good.
People at home, did you know that Aaron Baines played rugby growing up? He knows no other way but to be physical on the court because that's how he leaves his mark.
To Booker. Here's a chance from long range. Yes, give the advantage to the shooter.
Well, the defense has been good, but the shot-making ability has been better. And sometimes for NBA players at this level, the more you're in their face, the more it helps them center their focus on the target, which is making the shot. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, it's a real thing there.
And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Deep right corner. Knocked loose. Picked up by the Suns. DeAndre Ayton. Fires the 3. Oh, could have sealed it, but it's no good. Ah, missed it. How'd that not go down? Wild shot there. Predictably misses. Booker. Deep 2 there. Won't go. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team, and at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. They'll let one fly from half court. Hits the late 3 at the buzzer, but it's not going to be enough. This game is all over. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one by 4. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
The EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Celtics
did what great teams do best. Finish.
And how could I not mention all the shots they blocked in this one? You can see the confidence grow with each one, and it really fed into their success as a team. It was a pretty standout way to win. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Suns lost a tight one today, and you can see the disappointment.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Check out the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns.
track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
When you see these highlights, it's easy to see how this guy earned the award. His impact on the game wasn't lost on anyone.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
Time now for the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here are the upcoming games for the Boston Celtics. This has been a presentation of ESPN on EA Sports. Until next time, I'm Jalen Rose, signing off.